Hey guys, so this is going to be my extreme facial routine, I should say. This isn't something that I do all that often. I maybe do it once every 3 weeks, maybe once a month. It's just when I feel like my face is really greasy and oily and I feel like it's just really dirty and my skin's getting flaky for no reason. I'm just like, okay, let's just nip it in the butt. Let's just do my routine. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. If you guys are interested, stay tuned. Right, so the first thing that I'm going to be using is my Purity One-Step Facial Cleanser. I think I get this from Sephora, but you can get it at a bunch of other places as well. And I'll quickly read through the bullet points here. So it deep cleanses pores and eliminates makeup buildup, hydrates and melts away makeup, contains deep cleansing agents, natural oil extracts to help condition skin, fragrance-free formula, contains extracts. Alright, and I'm going to be taking my Clarisonic as well. This is the Clarisonic Plus from a while ago, and I have my deep pore cleansing brush head on it. So that's the box. This is the actual brush. Still pretty new, and I have another one in the box as well. And then just for the added exfoliation, I'm going to be taking my Bobbi Brown buffing grains for face. It just looks like this. I got this from Sephora as well. And it says, let's see, and those are just the instructions. So basically it's just like little grains, almost like sand. It's not really focusing that well. It's like almost grains of sand, and they're really, really fine. And you just put your soap on your brush and you put the grains in there and you're good. I have a towel right here to dry my face. Just wetting my Clarisonic a little bit. I don't know if people don't do that. I like to wet it a little bit. I don't know, in my head it just seems like a normal thing to do. I'm gonna take a good amount of my Purity soap, and I'm going to tell you why, because I like for it to be able to saturate the Bobbi Brown grains. And you can see it's just like a little hole on the top, and I'm just going to sprinkle some on there. Woo, that's a little too much. I'm going to pinch a little bit and put it back. Okay. So I just go like this to kind of mix the grains and the soap together. Get them all mixed in there, make sure it's saturated my brush, and then we'll get started. Okay, so I've rinsed off my face from the Clarisonic. I'm just going to take another clip to clip my hair back a little bit more because it's getting a little crazy. You guys can tell it's like huge right now. And I'm going to move on to the next step. So the next thing that I would do would be to take my MAC Volcanic Ash Exfoliator. And I would just apply this all over my face. And so it just says, smooth a small amount evenly over clean, moist skin, face or body. Wash with warm water. Use 1 to 3 times per week. I don't use it that often. When I first bought this was limited edition and I fell in love with it, so I bought like 3 of them. And then within a few months they made it permanent, so I was like, dang. But it was still a good deal because I got it from the CCO, so it was still cheaper than the normal pricing. So we're just going to take this and apply it over my face. My hand's a little bit wet. And it's kind of like gross looking, it's all black. Another company that makes Okay, and so usually just with the time that it takes me to rinse off my hands, I kind of just let it sit on my face for a little bit. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and wash it off now because since it is an exfoliator, you need to leave it on. It's not like a mask or anything. So let's rinse it away. Okay. And now it's all rinsed away. See? Way too close to the camera. But I still thought that was my hair for a second. That was a little left over. Alrighty. So, first 2 steps are done. My skin is feeling softer already. And I don't know if you guys can tell from when the video first started until now that my complexion already looks a lot better. And so the last thing that last thing before I moisturize, and this is kind of like the longer of the process, would be a facial mask. So this is a clay mask. It's avocado and oatmeal. It purges the pores, firms, and smooths skin. So this is just like one of those simple brands you can get like at Walmart or Target or anywhere. Pretty much everywhere sells them in a different type of container. This is one of the masks I've pretty much always gone back to just because I feel like it works really well. So we're not going to do anything too heavy. I'm just squeezing it out my finger here because I don't want this to take too long. And we're going to spread it over my fingers and just warm it. We're just going to apply it to our face evenly. And I know some people might have a concern about how close I get my products to my eye and the amount of exfoliators and cleansers that I'm using within one time period. But like I said when I first started, this is not an everyday thing. This is not an every week thing. This is like when your skin really could use some nurturing. And you definitely want to work with products that you've used before. You don't want to try something new in one of these kinds of routines because you don't know how other products can work with each other, and so you don't want them to react to each other. So for me, I've been doing this since high school with I've had very little variation. I've been using my same cleanser since probably high school, the same Freeman's facial mask since high school. The only thing that I've added would be like the Bobbi Brown buffing beads. Actually having a Clarisonic instead of just a regular facial brush, and then the MAC exfoliator, but still the exfoliator has been out for the past what, like 3-4 years now, so it's not new to my personal facial routine. Alright, so now that I have that all applied all over my face, we're gonna let it dry. I like to apply a thin layer so that it dries faster because I'm super lazy. I don't like to work too hard to get my mask off. So until then, I'm just going to wash my hands again, and then I will be right back to show you the next step. Alright, so the mask is now dry. You can see it's like coming out of my hands and everything. So we're going to rinse it off and do my last, like, 2 steps of my extreme facial routine. Let's rinse. Okay, now that my face is all rinsed, we are going to apply moisturizer because that's super important. So I'm going to actually be applying 2 different moisturizers. I'm going to be applying my L'Oreal Youth Coat Dark Spot Corrector, which looks like these. I don't know if it's going to focus. Focus. No? There you go. And so I just apply this where I have dark spots. So it's along like my jawline because that's where I break out, down my neck. And I probably have some on my cheek up here. I think I'm good. So I'm just going to apply Alright, and the other moisturizer I'm going to be using is MAC Studio Moisture Cream. It looks like this. My face is completely moisturized, and that was my extreme facial routine. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more videos, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave me comments below. Bye!